Hey there, it's Kayla, and today I'm doing another one of our comfort foods, and that's chicken noodle soup. I think that's a comfort food for almost everybody. We've all been a little bit sick. It's just a really mild cold. But what's better than chicken noodle soup to make you feel better? For our base, or to get started, we're gonna need a pot of boiling water, a quart of chicken broth, and then chicken with bones. You can do legs, breasts, a whole chicken, but today I'm just doing chicken breasts with ribs. Bones contain a lot of nutrition. I think lots of people have heard about bone broth. It's very nutritious and good for you when you're sick, and that's partly why chicken noodle soup is so good for you, because it has the vegetables. And when our grandmas used to make it, it was made with bones, and that's partly why it helps us feel better. While our stock is boiling, I'm going to cut up our veggies. And like I say, chicken noodle soup is super good for you because it's very similar to a bone broth. But we have celery, carrots, onion, and garlic. Now, carrots are super good for you because they have vitamin A, vitamin C, potassium, and they're great anti-inflammatory. Garlic is like a superfood. We love garlic in our house. I go through one of these probably every 2 months, which is actually quite quickly. But garlic is an anti-inflammatory, an antiviral, and an antifungal. I think that's all of them. But garlic is amazing. I've had personal experiences of having just garlic broth and it like completely taking away my sickness in like less than 12 hours. Veggies are good for you, so we're gonna cut those up. When I make chicken noodle soup, I do an extra step, which isn't needed, but I like how it makes the soup taste. I have my cast iron with some olive oil in it, and I saute my veggies until the onions are translucent. And I just feel like it adds more flavor to this soup. I don't know why. I add everything in, including the olive oil, and it just always tastes so much better to me. But that's just kind of my random little tidbit. Before I debone the chicken, we're gonna add any other spices that we want to. I always add bay and a little bit of bouillon, but you don't have to. It doesn't necessarily need it. Just bay, I think, is that missing element to chicken noodle soup, so I always add a bay leaf. So now I'm gonna add it back to the broth, and then we're gonna let it cook a little bit longer so those flavors can meld. Soup is ready except for the noodles, and this is a freezer meal tip. Especially in wintertime, chicken noodle soup is something that, especially if mom is sick, it can be some work and you want it right then and there. So I always make a huge pot full, don't add the noodles, and then I set aside some, let it cool, freeze it, and then if we want chicken noodle soup again or if we get sick, I can thaw that freezer meal and then just add noodles to it. I've set aside some soup to freeze later. It's time to add the noodles. We prefer egg noodles, but you can add any type of noodle that you prefer. I'm adding these. They are a wild garlic egg noodle. Want me to add all of them?
Yep. Oh, yes.
So here's our finished product. I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna enjoy our dinner. Somebody's very hungry. I hope that anybody who tries this enjoys it. If you do, let me know in the comments below. And if you like videos like these, then give them a big thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button. Have a wonderful night. Bye! This is true love. My husband knows that I hate cutting onions. Because why?
Because I'm going to start crying any minute now.
True love.
True love.
I love
it's
you.
Coming.
It's
I can
coming.
feel it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.